Alright, good morning guys. Today we're going to continue learning about solving equations with variables on both sides, but today we're going to be looking at equations that give us one solution, infinitely many solutions, or no solutions. So just to kind of review the types of equations we've been working with. So what we have seen so far are equations with one solution. So equations with one solution. For example, when a solution to an equation, or when a solved equation results in, let's say, x equals 3, that means that the only value that will make the original equation true when plugged in is 3. So x equals 3 is the only number that will make the original equation true when that number for x is plugged in. Now we're going to see that we have a possible number of solutions, and so the possible number of solutions that we can have is 1, none, so no solutions, or infinitely many. Alright, so we can have 1, none, meaning no solutions, or infinitely many solutions. Let's go ahead and look at what one solution will look like, which we've done plenty of practice with already. But what's going to happen with one solution is the variable will be isolated and equal to a number. What this means is that there's only one number out there that will make the equation true. Alright, so there's only one number out there that will make the original equation true. And here's an example of that. If we have the equation 10k plus 7 equals -3 minus 10k. I'm going to go ahead and eliminate this minus 10k by adding 10k to both sides. That's going to leave me with 20k plus 7 equals -3, and our variables will cancel out. To get this 20k by itself, I will undo this positive 7 by subtracting 7 from both sides. That's going to leave me with 20k equals -10. To keep isolating our variable k, I'm going to go ahead and undo this multiplication and divide 20 on both sides. This is going to leave me with k equals negative 10 over 20. Or if we want to simplify the fraction, k will give us negative 1/2. Or if you want to go ahead and put it in a calculator, k will give us negative 0.5. All right, let's go ahead and look at infinitely many solutions. So what's going to happen here is, again, our variable, the variable will eventually be eliminated. And what we're going to be left with is a true statement. So you're left with a true statement. What that means for us is that every real number out there will make the original equation true. So any real number out there and every real number will make the original equation true. And here is an example of that. Let's say we have the equation negative 2 times 4 plus 1 equals negative 8y minus 2. Again, when we see a number outside of a parentheses, that means we're going to share that number with everything inside. So then we have negative 2 times 4y, we get negative 8y, and negative 2 times 1 is going to give us negative 2. And we're going to go ahead and just bring the right side down. I'm going to choose to eliminate this negative 8y by adding 8y to both sides. Excuse me. So our y's will cancel on both sides, and we are left with negative 2 equals negative 2. This situation is always true. Negative 2 will always equal negative 2. So this is indeed a true statement, meaning that every real number will always make this original equation true because every number is always equal to itself. Lastly, we're going to go ahead and look at no solutions and what that means. So what happens with no solutions is the variable will also be eliminated eventually. So it will be eventually be eliminated. But this time you are left with a false statement. You are left with a false statement. And what that means is that there is no real number out there that could make the equation true. That makes the equation true. And here's an example of what that will look like also. So let's say we have the equation 3 times 5x plus 3 equals 15x minus 4. Again, we see a number outside of the parentheses, so we are then going to distribute or share the 3 with everything inside. So 3 times 5x is going to give us 15x. And 3 times 3 is going to give us 9. And we can go ahead and bring down our right side, just like that. I'm going to choose to eliminate this 15x on the right side by subtracting 15x from both sides. As you can see, our variables are going to eliminate on both sides. So now we're left with 9 equals -4. We know it's impossible for 9 to equal -4, so this is indeed a false statement. And again, no real number out there will be able to make this equation true. So again, pause the video, guys, or rewind as slowly or as many times as you need to be able to understand one solution, infinitely many solutions, or no solutions. And if you have questions, go ahead and let us know.